Welcome all. In this video we are going to discuss about cycloidal curves. Cycloidal curves are generated by a point on the circumference of a circle when it rolls without slipping along a straight or curved path. The rolling circle is called the generating circle and the fixed straight line or circle is called directing line or directing circle respectively. First we are going to discuss about what is the meaning of cycloid. A cycloid is a curve generated by a point on the circumference of the circle as the circle rolls along a straight line without slipping. The moving circle is called the generating circle and the straight line is called the directing line or the baseline. The point on the generating circle which generates the curve is called the generating point. Let me see the problem number 1 in the cycloid. Construct a cycloid given the diameter of the generating circle as 40 mm. So first we will draw the circle. The circle diameter is 40 mm and you locate the point O on the generating circle. Then from the point O you will be draw one vertical line. On that line you will be draw a tangent line. That initial point is P here. The next you will be locate the point A on the straight line. PA length means you have to find out the circumference of the circle by using the circle circumference formula. Pi d is equal to pi into 40. So you will be get 125.6 mm. So from the point P you take 125.6 mm distance and you will be locate the point A. Now the PA is a straight line. So the circle name is called generating circle and the fixed straight line PA name is called that is a directing line. This circle it will be rotate in the clockwise direction. Then you will be divide the generating circle first into 12 equal parts. By using protractor you will be divide the generating circle into 12 equal parts and you locate the point here 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And next we are going to divide the directing line also into 12 parts. PA is the straight line. We are going to divide the PA straight line into 12 equal parts. By using line dividing method, you divide the line of PA. So from the P point, draw any inclined line. On that line, you will be divided into 12 parts equal distance. So this is a point A, and next B, and next C, and next D, next E, like that you will be divide the line into 12 equal parts. The next the end of the point L and our straight line PA end point you joined it. Next from the remaining points you will be draw a parallel line to the straight line PA. You will be get the PA line into equally divided into 12 parts. Here also you locate the point 1 dash, 2 dash, locate all the points like that. And after that we are going to draw a locus line from the center of the generating circle point O. You will be draw a straight line from the point O. That line it should be parallel to PA. The next you erect the perpendicular line from the 1 dash to 12 dash to the our locus point of line O. First you erect the perpendicular line from the 1 dash, the contact point is O1. The next you erect the perpendicular line from the 2 dash, that contact point is O2. And next O3, and next O4, next O5, the next O6, and similarly you will locate the remaining points also. After locating these points on the center of the locus line, you have to draw a straight line from the point 1 and 11. That means the locus line from the point 1 and 11 you draw a straight line. That straight line is parallel to PA and next you will be draw another horizontal line from the point 2 and 10. That is the locus of 2 and 10 locus line. Next you draw 4, 8 locus line you draw it and 5, 7 locus line and 6 locus line you draw it. After drawing this locus line, you set 20 mm is the radius in your canvas, O1 is the center, you draw the arc on the first point locus line, you intersecting the arc. That intersecting point is P1. The next O2 is the center, same 20 mm is the radius. You will be draw the arc on the second point locus line, you intersect the arc, you will be get the point P2. The next O3 is the center, you draw the arc on our third point locus line P3. And O4 is the center, you draw the arc on the fourth point locus, you will be get P4. The next O5 is the center, draw the arc on the fifth point locus line, you will be get P5. And O6 is the center, you will be draw the arc on the sixth point locus line, you will be get P6. And similarly, the remaining points also you will be intersecting. O7 is the center, 20 mm is the radius. You will be draw the arc on the seventh point locus line. You will be get P7. And similarly, the remaining points also you locate it. O11 is the center and 20 mm is the radius. You draw the arc on the 11th point locus, that is P11. So like that you will be locate all the points of P1 to P12. Then finally you will be joined all the points by freehand sketch through the initial point P. You will be get the cycloid curve you will be get. Next, in the same problem we are going to discuss how to draw a normal and tangent. Draw tangent to the curve at a point on it 35 mm from the line. From the point A you take 35 mm distance and you locate the point S on that line. The next, from the S point you draw a horizontal line in the left side direction, you draw it. That line is intersecting on our cycloid curve. That intersecting point you noted, that is a point M. The next, M is the center, 20 mm is the radius. You draw the arc on the locus of the center line. That intersecting point is C. Next, you will be draw a perpendicular line through the point C to the PA line. The perpendicular line, it will be meet on the PA line. That point is N. Now you joined N and M, you joined it. That is the normal line. N and N dash is a normal line. The next will be draw the tangent line. Tangent line, it should be perpendicular to normal line, you know that. So from the point M, you draw a perpendicular line. That line, it should be perpendicular to N dash. This line name is called tangent line T dash. Next, in the cycloidal curve, the second method is epicycloid. Epicycloid means the cycloid is called the epicycloid when the generating circle rolls along another circle outside. The curve traced by a point on the circle which rolls on the outside of the circle base surface. Next, let we see the problem number 2. Draw an epicycloid of a circle of 40 mm diameter which rolls on another circle of 120 mm diameter for one revolution clockwise. Draw a tangent and a normal to it at a point 90 mm from the center of the directing circle. So the generating circle diameter is 40 and the directing circle diameter is 120 mm. So here the generating circle, it will be roll on the directing circle outside circumference in one revolution. For one revolution rotation, you have to find out the angle of theta. So theta, by using this formula, you will be find out first. Theta is equal to 360 degree into small r divided by capital R. That means 360 into small r means generating circle diameter 40 mm. So radius means 20. So 20 divided by 60 into 360 degree, you will be get the angle of theta 120 degree. Let me see how to draw a epicycloid. First, you locate the point O dash anywhere. From the O dash, you take 60 mm radius in your canvas, you draw a arc. The next, from the O dash, you draw any radial line to this directing arc. That contact point is P. That means initial point P. You know that the generating circle diameter is 40 mm. So from the point P, you take 40 mm distance, you extend the line. On that extension line, you will be locate the midpoint of that. That is the point O. Now OP distance is equal to 20 mm. O is the center and OP is the radius. You draw a circle. So this radius is 20 mm and this circle name is called as a generating circle and this arc name is called as a directing circle arc. And after that, you will be take the angle of theta 120 degree in the directing circle. From the point O dash P, you take 120 degree angle, you draw another radial line at the end of the directing circle. Then you will be divide the circle into 12 parts. Here the generating circle, it will be roll on the outside circumference of the directing circle. Then you have to divide the generating circle into 12 equal parts. I am dividing the generating circle into 12 equal parts. So 1 to 12, you locate the points. After dividing the generating circle, you will be draw the locus of the sender. That means the generating circle O point is there. From the point O, you draw a locus of the arc. O dash is the sender and O dash O is the radius. You draw the locus of the sender line, you draw it. After drawing this locus of the sender, you have to divide the directing circle also into equally 12 parts. So 120 divided by 12, you will get 10 degree. So by using your protractor, you take 10 degree angle, you locate the point O1. The next you take another 10 degree, you will be locate the point O2, and similarly you will be divide the 120 degree angle into 12 equal parts. After dividing the directing line, you see that the O dash and O1, the line is intersecting on the directing circle. That intersecting point also you note it. 1 dash, 2 dash. Then we are going to draw a locus of the point 1 and 11. O dash is the center and O dash 11 or O dash 1 is the radius. You draw the locus of the arc from the point 1 and 11. The next you draw the locus of the arc from point 2 and 10. And draw the locus 9 and 3. Draw the locus of the arc from the point 4 and 8. And 5 and 7 locus arc you draw it. And from the 6 you draw the locus of the arc. Next you will be come to in your final step. O1 is the center. Our generating circle radius 20 mm is the radius. O1 is the center, 20 mm is the radius. You will be draw the arc on the first point locus line. That intersecting point is P1. The next O2 is the center. You draw the arc on the second point locus arc. You intersect that. You will be get P2. The next O3 is the center. You will be draw the arc on the third point locus line. You will be get P3, and P4 you will be locate at the line of locus 4 and 8. O4 is the center. You will be get the P4, and P5 you will be located. O5 is the center, and P6 is the center point, and 20 mm is the radius. You will be draw the arc on the sixth point locus line. You will be get P6, and P7 also you located, and P8, next P9, and O10 is the center, 20 mm is the radius. You will be draw the arc on the 10th point locus. You will be get P10, and O11 is the radius, 20 mm is the radius. You draw the arc on the our 11th point locus arc. The next finally you will be get the P12 at the point of our 12 dash. Now you will be joined all the points from the initial point P. You will be get the epicycloid curve you will be get. Next in the same problem, we are going to discuss how to draw a normal and tangent line. Draw a tangent and a normal to it at a point 90 mm from the center of the directing circle. Center of the directing circle means that is the O dash is the point. From the O dash you take 90 mm distance in your canvas. You draw the arc on our epicycloid curve. That epicycloid intersecting point is you noted, that is a point capital M. Now M is the center, 20 mm is the radius. You draw the arc on our locus of the center line. That intersecting point is capital C. Now you joined O dash and C, you joined it. O dash C you joined it. The O dash C line, it is intersecting on our directing circle. That intersecting point is N. Finally you will be joined N and M, you joined it. You will be get the normal line N and dash. The next through the point M you draw a perpendicular line to N and dash. That is a tangent line. Name is T dash. So this is our epicycloid curve. From the O dash you take 90 mm distance and you draw the arc on the epicycloid curve. That intersecting point is M. The next from the point M you take 20 mm distance. M is the center. You draw the arc on the our locus of the center line. That intersecting point is C. And finally you will be joined O dash and C, you joined it. That line is intersecting on our directing circle. That is a point N. N and M you joined it. This is a normal line. and then you will be draw the perpendicular line to n dash, that is a tangent line tt dash. Next, the problem number 3. A circle of 50 mm diameter rolls without slipping on the outside of another circle diameter 150. Show the path of the periphery of the rolling circle diametrically opposite to the initial point of contact between the circles. So you know that the directing circle diameter is given and also generating circle diameter is also given. Generating circle is 50 mm and directing circle is 150 mm. Here the generating circle, it will be roll on the outside circumference of the directing circle. So for one revolution you will be find out the angle of theta. Theta is equal to 360 degree into 25 divided by 75. You will be get theta is equal to 120 degree. Let me see how to draw this epicycloid. First you will be locate the point O dash. O dash is the center point of the directing circle. From the O dash you take 75 mm as the radius in your canvas. You draw a arc. Then from the O dash line you draw any radial line, you draw it. The meeting point is capital A. Then from the point A you extend the line. Then you have to locate the point O on the above line. That means OA is equal to 25 mm. Locate the point O. Now O is the center, O as center, and radius is 25 mm. You draw a generating circle, you draw it. After that you will be locate the point P. The P is which is lying diametrically opposite to the initial point of the contact point between the two circles. That means from the point A is the contact point. From the point A oppositely you will be locate the point P. Next, from the O dash A, you take 120 degree angle, you draw a radial line and extend it. After that, you will be divide the generating circle into some equal parts. I am going to divide the generating circle into 12 equal parts. So you take each angle as 30 degree, you locate the first point, and next 60 degree, and you will be locate the second point. After dividing the generating circle, you will be draw the locus of the center. From the point O, from the generating circle point O, you draw a locus of the center. O dash is the center and O dash O is the radius. You draw a locus arc, you draw it. After drawing this locus of the center, you have to divide the directing circle also into equally 12 parts. 120 divided by 12, that is 10 degree. So from the point of O dash O, you take 10 degree angle, you draw a line. The line is intersecting on our locus of the center. That point is O1, and it is the line is intersecting on our directing circle also. That point is 1 dash. The next you take another 10 degree. The line intersecting point you note it O2, and this is 2 dash. The next you take another 10 degree. That point is O3 and 3 dash. Similar way you will be divide the angle into equally 12 parts. After dividing the directing circle into 12 parts, you have to draw the locus of the point from the 5, 7. Remaining points locus arc also you have to draw it. So O dash is the center and O dash 7 or O dash 5 is the radius. You draw a locus of the center arc from the point 5, 7. The next you will be draw the locus arc from the point 4 and 8. You draw it. Here O dash is as a center. And next 3, 9 locus arc you draw it. Next you draw the locus arc of 2 and 10. Next 1, 11 locus arc you draw it. After drawing this locus arc from each point of the generating circle, you have to locate the point of P1 to P12. Here O1 is the center and 25 mm is the radius. You draw the arc on the first point locus arc you intersecting, that is point P1. The next O2 is the center, 25 mm is the radius. You will be draw the arc on the second point locus line, you will be get P2. and O3 is the center, same radius 25 mm. You intersecting the arc of our third point locus, you will be get P3, and similarly you will be locate the remaining points also P4 and P5 and next P6. Next O7 is the center, you will be draw the arc on the 7th point locus line, you will be get P7, and O8 is the center, you will be get P8, and O9 is the center, you will be draw the arc on the 9th point locus, you will be get P9, and O10 is the center, you will be get P10, and O11 is the center, you will be get P11, and finally you will be get the point P12. After locating this point P1 to P12, we are going to join all the point by freehand sketch from the initial point P. So smoothly you will be joined all the points by freehand sketch. You will be get the epicycloid curve you will be get. Next we are going to discuss about hypocycloid. What is the meaning of hypocycloid? The curve traced by a point on a circle which rolls on the inside of a circle base surface. So that is called hypocycloid. Next we are going to discuss the problem number 4 in hypocycloid. Draw an hypocycloid of a circle of 40 mm diameter which rolls inside another circle of 160 mm diameter for one revolution counterclockwise. So here you know that generating circle diameter is 40 mm and which rolls inside another circle. That means directing circle, the diameter is 160 mm. And here one revolution rotation angle you will be find out theta is equal to 360 into 20 divided by 80. You will be get 90 degree. So first you will be locate the point of O dash anywhere. From the O dash you take radius in your canvas, you draw a arc. The next from the O dash you will be draw any radial line, you draw it. That intersecting point you note it, that is the initial point P. The next from the point P, our generating circle diameter is 40. So from the point P you take 20 mm distance, you locate the point O. Now O is the center and OP is the radius, you draw a circle. So the circle name is called as a generating circle. Here the generating circle, it is rotating in the counterclockwise direction. Next from the OO dash line you take 90 degree angle and you draw a radial line to the directing circle. Next we are going to divide the circle into 12 parts. I am dividing the circle into 12 parts. After dividing the circle, I am going to draw a locus of the center point O. So O dash is the center and O dash O is the radius. You draw the locus of the center arc. After drawing this arc, we are going to divide the directing circle also into equally 12 parts. So 90 divided by 12, 7.5 degree. By using protractor, you will be divide the directing circle into equally 12 parts. You divided it. Each angle it should have 7.5 degree. Then you will be locate the point, the intersecting point of the locus of the center O1. And the same line it is intersecting on the directing circle also, that point also you note it as like 1 dash to 12 dash. After location of this point, we are going to draw a locus of the arc point, each point on the generating circle. First I am going to draw a locus of the arc from the point 1 and 11. O dash is the center. Locus of the arc 1, 11, and next locus of the arc 2, 10, next locus of the arc 3, 9, and locus of the arc 4, 8, and 5, 7 locus arc, and 6th locus arc you draw it. After drawing this locus arc, O1 is the center and 20 mm is the radius. You will be draw the arc on the first point locus line. That intersecting point is P1. The next O2 is the center. You will be draw the arc on the second point locus line. That point is P2. Next O3 as center and we will be intersecting the arc on our third point locus, that is P3. And in the similar way you will be locate the remaining points also. P6. The next O7 is the center. You have to draw the arc on the 7th point locus. You will be get P7 and next P8 and P9 and next P10 and next P11 and finally P12. Then finally you will be joined all the points by freehand sketch through the initial point P. You will be get the hypocycloid curve will be get. In this problem we are going to discuss how to draw a tangent and normal. Draw a tangent and a normal to it at a point 65 mm from the center of the directing circle. So from the point O dash you take 65 mm distance and you just draw the arc on the hypocycloid curve. The curve is intersecting on our hypocycloid, that point is M. Now M is the center and 20 mm is the radius. You will be draw the arc on our locus of the center. That intersecting point is C. Now you joined O dash and C, you joined and extend the line up to the directing circle. The directing circle meeting point is N. And finally you will be joined N and M, you joined it, you will be get the normal line. Through the point M you draw a perpendicular line, that is a tangent line TT dash. Next, the problem number 5. Show by means of a drawing that when the diameter of the directing circle is twice that of the generating circle, the hypocycloid is a straight line. Take the diameter of the generating circle equal to 40. Generating circle diameter is 40. Here the diameter of the directing circle is twice that of the generating circle. So directing circle diameter is 80 now. And here you will be find out the angle of theta. You will be get theta is equal to 180 degree. Let me see how to draw the hypocycloid. First you locate the point O dash, that is a directing circle center point. From the O dash you take 40 mm radius in your canvas. You will be draw the circle, you draw it. Then from the O dash you draw any radial line. The line is intersecting on the directing circle. That contact point is P. Initial point is P. Now from the point P inside you will be locate the center point of the generating circle. Generating circle diameter is 40 mm. So OP is equal to 20 mm. Now O is the center and OP is the radius. You will be draw the circle. So this circle is radius is 20 mm and the circle is rotating in the counterclockwise direction. Next, from the line of PO dash you take 180 degree angle, you draw a radial line. So this circle is called directing circle and this circle name is called as a generating circle. Then I am going to divide the generating circle into equally 12 parts. Divide the circle into 12 parts and locate the points 1 to 12. After dividing this generating circle, we are going to draw a locus of the center point O. O dash is the center and O dash O is the radius. You will be draw a locus of the arc. Then I am going to divide the directing circle also equally into 12 parts. Here the directing circle angle is 180 degree. 180 divided by 12 you will be get 15 degree. So by using protractor you will be take 15 degree first line. The line is intersecting on our locus of the center, that is O1, and it is intersecting on our directing circle, that is a point 1 dash. Then again you will be take another 15 degree. The line intersecting point you note it O2 and this is 2 dash. Then again you take another 15 degree. You will be locate the point of O3 and 3 dash. In the similar way you will be draw the remaining lines and locate the points also. After dividing the directing circle into equally 12 parts, I am going to draw a locus of the each point on the generating circle. First I am going to draw the locus of the arc of 5 and 7. O dash is the center and O dash 7 or O dash 5 is the radius. We will be draw a locus of the arc 5, 7. The next we will be draw the locus of the arc 9 and 3 locus arc, you draw it. And O dash is the center and you will draw the locus of the arc from the point 2 and 10. Next locus arc 1, 11 locus arc, you draw it. After drawing this locus arc, O1 is the center, our generating circle 20 mm is the radius. You will be draw the arc on our first point locus line, you intersecting the arc, that point is P1. The next O2 is the center, 20 mm is the radius. We will be draw the arc on the second point locus, we will be get P2. And O3 is the center and 20 mm is the radius. We will be draw the arc on the third point locus arc, you draw it, you will be get P3. And in the similar manner, you will be locate the remaining points also. All the points will be get as a straight line. You see that P5 and you will be get P6 here and P7. O7 is the sender and you will be draw the arc on the 7th point locus. You will be get P7 here and this is P8 and P9 and next P10 and P11 and finally P12. All points you got it. Then finally you will be joined all the points from the initial point P. You will be get a straight line you will be get. Next, problem number 6. When the diameter of the generating circle and the directing circle are equal. Generating circle diameter is 40 mm. So generating circle diameter is 40 mm and the directing circle diameter is also 40 mm. And here you will be find the angle of theta. Theta is equal to, you will be get 360 degree. Let me see how to draw this diagram. Locate the point O dash. You draw a circle. The circle diameter is 40 mm and the circle name is called as a directing circle. And next, from the O dash you extend the line. That contact point noted, that is a point P. From the point P above you locate the center of the directing circle point O. Now OP distance is equal to 20 mm. O is the center and OP is the radius. You will be draw a circle. This is a generating circle. After drawing this generating circle, you will be draw a locus of the circle from the point O. O dash is the center and O dash O is the radius. You will be draw a locus of the center. Then I am going to divide the generating circle into 8 parts. Locate the points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 parts you locate it. Similarly, you will be divide the directing circle also equally into 12 parts. From the O dash, first you take 45 degree angle and the line is intersecting on our locus of the center, that is O1, and this line is intersecting on our directing circle also, that is a point 1. The next you take another 45 degree, the intersecting point you note it O2 and 2. Next O3 and 3 and next O4 and 4, and in the similar manner you will be locate the remaining points O5 and O6, O7, O8 also you locate it. After locating these points, we are going to draw a locus of the remaining points. That means first I am going to draw 1 and 7 locus circle. O dash is the center or O dash 7 is the radius. You will be draw a locus of the circle from the point 1 and 7. The next will be draw the locus of the circle from the point 2 and 6. Next 3 and 5 locus circle you draw it. And finally the 4th point locus circle you draw it. Next you take your canvas. O1 is the center and 20 mm is the radius. You will be draw the arc on our first point locus, that is P1. The next O2 is the center. You will be draw the arc on the second point locus, that is P2. Next O3 is the center. 20 mm is the radius. You will be draw the arc on our third point locus line. You will be get the point P3. And P4 you locate it. And in the same manner you will be locate the P5 and P6 and O7 is the center. You will be draw the arc on the 7th point locus. You will be get P7 and P8 point you will be get at the contact point of 2 circle. And finally you will be joined all the points from the initial point P. You will be get a cardioid shape you will be get. So when the two circle diameters are equal means you will be get the cardioid shape.